The rap game has turned into something straight out of Game of Thrones. Drake called it a 20v1 situation with artists like Future, Metro Boomin, Rick Ross, and The Weeknd all taking shots. But really, it all comes down to Kendrick Lamar and how he's maybe provided one of the worst rap beatdowns in history and winning a Grammy and headlining the Super Bowl in the process. Let's dive into this mess, starting with Future and Metro Boomin, the architects of this rap civil war. These two really didn't get along with Drake. Metro's gripe with Drake reportedly goes back to late 2022 when he left Drake off his album Heroes and Villains.
And I was just in the studio with Drake one time because we were going to do some stuff for my album, and he just wanted to hear some songs from my album. Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it. But like, I was letting him know that it was really just done for real, and I was really just set on how it was. I was like, bro, I ain't even trying to sell you no dream. Like, it's really like just locked in. I'm locked in where it was. But
fast forward a few months and things hit another level when Drake and 21 Savage dropped Her Loss. It started winning awards left and right, overshadowing Heroes and Villains. Metro vented on Twitter, then deleted it. Proof award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings joy to people's lives. Drake, of course, couldn't resist firing back. In a live stream, he went full petty mode.
The non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters. You guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
He didn't name names, but everyone knew who he meant. And honestly, that bravado seems a bit empty coming from a guy sitting in front of a pool sipping a cocktail. And then there's Future. This guy was practically Drake's musical soulmate once upon a time. Remember What a Time to Be Alive? It was a joint mixtape released by Drake and Future in 2015. It was a surprise drop put together in just 6 days, and it absolutely took over when it dropped. The project was packed with trap-heavy production from Metro Boomin and had both artists at their peak, Drake in his unstoppable chart killer phase, and Future fresh off DS2, cementing himself as the king of toxic, codeine-drenched anthems. But things soured, and while no one knows the exact cause, fans have theories. One big guess? A girl. In 2024, the beef hit the fan for real. Metro and Future upped the ante by dropping not one, but 2 albums, each packed with features from artists who also had bones to pick with Drake. This was when the 20v1 situation really kicked off. In March 2024, they dropped We Don't Trust You. A month later, they dropped We Still Don't Trust You. Fans dissected lyrics and social media clues, theorizing that Future and Drake were at odds over a woman. Some internet sleuths even identified a specific person they believed was at the center of the alleged feud, though nothing's been proven. However, Metro Boomin directly addressed these rumors, urging fans to stop making assumptions. He commented on the speculation stating, "Y'all stop making stuff up for engagement and enjoy the music." Despite Metro's dismissal, the rumors persisted, fueled by perceived subliminal disses in recent tracks. On the title track of We Don't Trust You, Future raps about a #1 fan who engages in sneak dissin' and pillow talkin'. Still, there's no denying Future's loyalty to Metro. After all, his iconic producer tag is Future saying, "If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you," a line that's gone viral and been memed in so many different forms and fashions. The beef escalated with a leaked Drake diss track, Push-Ups, where he threw some shade. It was for sure aimed at Future, and he rapped, "Your first #1? I had to put it in your hand." As for Metro, Drake kept it simple. "Shut your ass up and make some drums." But Drake was really outnumbered. Both We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You were packed with features from artists taking shots at him. You had A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Rick Ross, and of course Kendrick Lamar.
Can I ask y'all a question about that? Is now officially enough? Like, if he does anything else, is it over? Like, he's dead? Like, he's dead?
Not him telling he not dead.
What else can you do? At some point, is it running the score up? At some point, is it overkill? At some point, is it corny? Like,
no.
When do you stop?
Dog.
You just beat him at the Super Bowl. You had game over in the crowd and lights.
Drake on Instagram now posting me. Stop it. It's over.
Right now?
Everything seemed to crash down around Drake in the last year. It's all been mainly thanks to King Kendrick, and it all culminated at the Super Bowl in February, with Kendrick slamming him live at the biggest sports halftime show in the world. The A minor chain was a nod to Lamar's certified P-file line in Not Like Us. Serena Williams was dancing along to the song on stage. The words "Game Over" popped up at the end. It was a masterclass at holding a grudge and getting revenge. The song played at the Grammys as Kendrick went up to collect his trophy for Record of the Year. Rap's best song of the year was an absolute annihilation of Drake, and everyone knows it. But how'd the whole thing start? Well, back in the early 2010s, Kendrick and Drake were practically the golden boys of rap, the Drizzy and Dot duo. Drake even took Kendrick on his Club Paradise tour with A$AP Rocky, giving him a spotlight early in his career. But it didn't last. The cracks started showing when Kendrick dropped the now legendary Control verse. You know the one, where he came for everyone in the rap game. Everyone. He called out J. Cole, Big Crit, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Mac Miller, and of course Drake, saying, "I got love for you all, but I'm trying to bleep you, trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you." Most rappers shrugged it off as competitive banter. But Drake? Not so much. He hit back with some classic passive aggressiveness, saying he lost a bit of respect for the sentiment.
Where is Drake at with Control?
I'm probably like as done as like the rest of the world is with that record. Like I think it came and it went, you know what I mean? And not to discredit it, like it was a good moment, but at the end of the day, it's just like, it was like one of those sort of like fleeting like Twitter frenzies that like.
Does it make you like not want to collab with him?
Yeah, I'm good right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just about this album and me, and you know, I don't know necessarily if I feel like 100%, like I'm not like, man, send me some, let's work. Like, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like
that subtle jab set the tone for a decade of subliminal shots. For years, they danced around the beef trading light digs. But in the late 2010s, Drake turned up the heat, calling out his peers for taking years-long hiatuses. "Some of these guys go away for 3, 4, 5 years just chilling," Drake said. "That's not me." Of course, it had been a few years since Kendrick had released an album after winning a Pulitzer Prize for Damn, and everyone knew exactly who Drake was talking about. Fast forward to when Drake and J. Cole dropped First Person Shooter in October 2023, where they dubbed themselves the GOATs, and ironically, that their style is damn near as big as the Super Bowl. As we all know, just over 2 years later, Kendrick would be headlining and throwing shade directly into Drake's face in basically the most aggressive and vengeful way possible. In the meantime, we're back at Future and Metro Boomin's 2024 album We Don't Trust You. Kendrick featured on the track Like That, and he pulled no punches. F the big three, it's just big me, Kendrick rapped before adding, "Your best work is a light pack." He didn't stop there. Prince outlived Mike Jack for all your dogs getting buried, that's okay. With all these nines, he gonna see Pet Sematary. Kendrick went nuclear. Naturally, this sent the internet into a frenzy with everyone demanding a response from Drake, and he delivered. On his leaked track, Push-Ups, Drake let the subliminals fly. "How you big steppin' with a size 7 men's," he sneered. It was a reference to the fact that Kendrick is just 5'5", and his latest album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Drake even made the official cover art for the track a tag from a men's size 7 shoe. Then came the Maroon 5 quip. "They need a verse? You better make it witty." He even threw shade at Kendrick's crossover appeal. "We need a verse for all the Swifties." Drake claimed the beef didn't start with "Like That." According to him, it's been brewing for years, buried in those back and forth subliminals. If Kendrick's response on Like That was the explosion, then Push-Ups was Drake tossing gasoline on the fire. And boy, did that fire ignite and explode in Drake's face. Kendrick turned it up to incinerate mode when he released Meet the Grams on March 3rd, 2024. This track just absolutely crushes Drake's character to the point where I had to cringe. But at the same time, I couldn't help bumping my head because the song hits so hard. In it, he speaks directly to Drake's son, Adonis, who he's been accused of not being a part of raising. Kendrick tells him he wishes his grandpa would have wore a condom, obviously meaning that he wishes Drake was never born. In the second verse, he talks directly to his parents, Sandra and Dennis, and says how they raised a horrible effing person. The third verse is addressed to Dear Baby Girl, which many speculate is an accusation by Kendrick that Drake is hiding a daughter he's abandoned. There's really no evidence of this, and after the album dropped, Drake hit back with, "Nah, hold on. Can someone find my hidden daughter please and send her to me? These guys are in shambles." The final verse he aims directly at Drake, saying he's got gambling and drinking problems, and that he should try some therapy and ayahuasca to strip his ego and get to the source of all these issues. It ends with all the ways in which he's lied, that he's lied about his ghostwriters, and gambling issues, and women, and religion, and surgery. Kendrick leaves with a bang, saying, F a rap battle this, a long life battle with yourself. A day later, Not Like Us would drop and completely overshadow Meet the Grams. Grammy wins and a Super Bowl halftime show would come further down the road. But Meet the Grams might just be one of the most cutthroat diss tracks in hip-hop history. What do you think? Will Drake ever recover from Kendrick's takedown? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching.